Are you still scared of providing a service to business owners because you don't know if what you do really works? Well, I was in that same position, but after constant hustle, I finally managed to create the winning formula. Which is why in this video, we will talk about the concept of productization, so you get a better understanding of what really works and what doesn't. So let's get right into the lesson on productization, guys. First of all, I will explain to you what productization even means, guys. And I have a fire explanation prepared for you. It's going to be a very long one, but a very simple one. And you are ultimately going to understand what this really means, guys. Productization means turning your services into clear, structured, and result-driven products instead of offering a wide range or all services, landing pages, emails, which often include fluff or low impact work, This is what productization is all about. You analyze what actually works in your niche and focus only on those services. You basically cut out the fluff, remove anything that doesn't generate real value, and double down on your winning offers, guys. The goal is to create 3 to 5 streamlined service packages or products that solve a specific problem, are easy to explain, very important, and are proven to work. And these become your signature offers, like the offers of your agency, And we call this the product line. You essentially turn your service into something more repeatable, scalable, impactful, and easily to understand, while positioning yourself as a specialist rather than a generalist, guys, because you offer holistic solutions that actually drive the needle forward, in a specific field. So that's what you need to understand. You cut out all the fluff and you create a service, a package that is really going to drive huge results for the clients you are working with, guys. And now I will tell you about the whole process you have to go through in order to productize your service, guys. And this one is going to be extremely juicy, starting with step number 1, finding out what really works. In this stage, you realize that not everything sells to the creator's audience, but also you can't sell the product to the creator himself because it's not very good, and you need to find out what works and what doesn't. And I will take some weight off your shoulders and talk to you about a few things that do not work, guys, as simple as that. For making money, guys, singular copies don't work. You can't just write one single email and it's magically going to make money for the creator. How are you going to manipulate the audience so hard that they are going to buy something off of just one single email? It's not going to work. You need multiple copies at least, for the whole making money thing. And if you focus on conversion optimization, don't do it because no one cares. I mean, of course, there are a few people who care about email open rates, but most creators just want to see money in their pocket. They don't give a shit about optimized conversions, They give a shit about making money, So an example for this would be they already have a functioning landing page and you go to them and say something let me write you a new landing page, because I can guarantee you 5% more conversions. No one gives a shit, This is not going to drive the needle forward for the business, and you are not going to get huge trust and leverage over the creator because you didn't provide something tangible to him, He can't even see the conversion rate most of the time. So yeah, it's a very low hanging fruit kind of low value service. So yeah, no one really cares about that, guys. If you really want to get results for someone, real results, you need to do whole funnels and launches, guys. Not just single copies, You don't do just at the beginning, I provided landing pages to them. Oh, can I do a landing page or a VSL, emails? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just pitching everything kind of. That was before the whole productization stage, It's not going to drive the needle forward for the business if you just put something into their funnel. It's not going to make huge amounts of money, You need to do a big launch, a big funnel, and that's what I am going to explain to you guys. So yeah. Step number 2, defining winning products, guys. This is the second stage after you found out what like the bad stuff is in your business and what the good stuff is, And this will be your product line, guys, Your 3 to 5 service packages, the funnels and launches you decide to do, And I am going to give you huge value in a second, guys. This one is going to be insane because I decided to reveal my own product line to you guys. The stuff that really works for educational creators. But little disclaimer, guys, don't just copy the stuff blindly because you won't know what really goes into all of the stuff, and you can't even justify and explain why these things work because you just copy them from me. Try to understand what I do and why it works. So yeah, I am going to explain this very briefly, guys. My 4 winning products are webinar launches, lead magnet funnels, evergreen funnels, and retarget special offer sequences. You all know what webinars are, and I am going to explain the rest to you guys. So yeah, I am going to explain everything to you very briefly, starting with the webinar launch, guys. Hot leads already bought the program since its release. Let's say you have like a coach, an educational creator. This one already has his coaching for like 1 year, and every hot guy is kind of sold onto the thing. Now, we need to convert viewers and leads that sit on the fence into purchasing customers, the guys that didn't consume too many educational units in order to really trust the creator and buy his program, We need to convert the people that sit on the fence, And we do this by providing a free 60 to 90 minute webinar or workshop that gives them huge value on a specific mechanism like instant retailing for dropshippers. I always take this example, I don't even know why. And in the end, we will talk about a special offer for the coaching or mentorship that is going to help them even further if they want to achieve this mechanism, right? Overpowered, And this way, we don't just increase lead temperature of like the whole existing viewership. We also pitch a crazy valuable offer at the same time so people will buy instantly. And yeah, this is really crazy. They will buy out of impulse because, they get hyped up because all of the value they get, and then they see like the perfect offer. It's a whole impulse decision, guys, And yeah, that's why we also incorporate urgency and scarcity at the end to really get these sales, So I love webinars, man. And the whole service package, the things I am doing with that particular product of mine is I will write the whole webinar opt-in page. Of course, like the thing where they opt into the webinar, they have to register themselves, I write like the whole, and by the way, I don't just do the copy. I build the whole funnel, and like a funnel builder, let's go high level, I don't just write the copy, I do everything. The design, I upload the testimonials, I do like the whole website essentially, the whole funnel. And after that, I also connect the domain and stuff. Then I do like the whole webinar email sequence that is going to increase like the show rate and stuff. Then I do like the whole webinar framework. So I tell them what they need to say in like a particular order to really have like a very high converting webinar. And the webinar outline, you could also say. And then I tell them how to do like the webinar pitch at the end, and I help them at like creating the offer, how expensive it should be, blah, blah, blah. This is like my whole product, guys. This is my productization, of like my very first product, And the tangible outcome, guys, because that's like the key. It's so easy to explain now to them what they get if they do this thing. We will launch a webinar in the next 7 to 14 days, and we will get big amount of sales in this time frame, guys. You can set expectations very good with these types of products, guys, because it will be tangible and easy to understand for these people, guys. Now to the second point, the second product or like service package, the lead magnet funnel, Instead of making more sales, we will concentrate on getting more leads and of course turn them into sales later on, Because many people don't trust the coach or creator yet, and the content the creator provides isn't enough to fully nurture the audience into trusting him, We need some more like marketing instruments or like a value kind of resources to really make the audience trust the creator, And that's why we create a free lead magnet and a welcome sequence that gives them value and builds trust with them even more, And yeah, this way we collect like contact info from the audience, like the first name and like the email or like phone number from the audience, and have the ability to nurture them as we wish, because now they are in the ecosystem. Now we have the ability to send them stuff, to nurture them. We can do this by like calling them as a setter and pitching them on like the high ticket program. We can also just like send them emails all along, giving them value, pitching like offers to them. They are stuck in this ecosystem, and of course like they can just send an email saying they want to get out or like get removed from the email list. So yeah, the service package for this product will be the lead magnet opt-in page, the one where they opt in, so in order to receive the lead magnet via email, you know. Next up will be the welcome email sequence, so like the automated lead magnet sequence that gets sent out after someone opts in to nurture them even further. The lead magnet framework, because you don't create the lead magnet yourself. Of course you can do it, like create like the whole ebook and stuff, but most of the time the creator will do it himself, and you will just provide a framework to him. If it's like a free video training, you of course can't record it yourself either, and that's why you will give him like the framework for like the whole free video training, you know. And at the end of the day, I might as well create a landing or sales page depending on the price of the product. Sales page is always like low to mid ticket, and sales page and landing page is like high ticket. And I create like another page so they go onto this after like the hard promo mail, the last one in the welcome email sequence, and they get sold on this page, you know. So I essentially create like the whole funnel. I create everything, you know. And the tangible outcome will be you get like many new leads that can be sold to later in later weeks and stuff, you know, in like the whole ecosystem, you know. Third thing will be the evergreen funnel, or like in other words, just a landing page or sales page funnel. If the creator doesn't have a main page as of right now, which doesn't happen really often, I will create a whole sales page or landing page for them, depending on the price point again, you know, so people can actively buy it and the creator can actively make money, you know. If it's a landing page, meaning like a call booking funnel, I will also tell them how to structure the sales process, meaning like how to incorporate the setters and the closers, how to pitch the stuff, how to create the product in the back end on which program, like Discord or like school, whatever, you know. So I essentially create this as well, you know, and like give them a little consultation on like the sales process, you know. So yeah, I create a landing page, I consult them on the sales process, or I do it myself sometimes. I do like the setting and closing myself. You don't need to do this as a copywriter, guys, no worries, you know. And last of all, offer consultation. I will give them even more value on how to create killer offers, you know. So yeah, tangible outcome will be a highly converting page that hot leads will frequently opt into, or if it's a sales page, buy on, you know. So they will get active income if I provide this product of mine, my third product, to them, you know. And now to the last product, guys, the retarget special offer sequence. I don't use this too often because I prefer the webinar launch. You essentially reactivate the whole email list by pitching them a special offer and giving them value. This way, you browse like the whole existing email list, like the big one they have, and make big money off of them, you know. You essentially tell them, hey, you sit on a gold mine. Of course, if they don't have an email list, this product won't even work, you know. But yeah, you essentially like reactivate the whole email list. And the way you do this, like the whole service package, you write a email retarget sequence, and you create another landing or sales page that comes like at the last email, like the hard promo with like urgency and scarcity, and it funnels them to like the new page where they can ultimately book the call or like buy the program, you know. So yeah, tangible outcome will be fast, huge amounts of money while browsing the whole email list, guys. And now to stage number 3, because this was like the whole stage number 2, the defining the winning products. I just helped you with like finding out what really works. I showed you my whole service offering, but please don't copy it. Now to stage number 3. Now that we found out what works and what doesn't, and that we defined our winning products, guys, we want to turn these service packages into something more repeatable, scalable, and impactful, you know? It has to be implementable for the clients really fast, guys, you know? You have to have templates, you know? That's why we create templates for it. You do this by creating perfect pieces for everything, you know? So, of course, before creating a template, you have to have one example at least to turn it into a template, you know. So you need to create perfect pieces for everything. webinar landing page, webinar email sequence, webinar framework. You create perfect templates for these, in like the website builder, funnel builder, or like in Google Docs if you just do the copy and stuff, The whole webinar pitch can be in Google Docs, the lead magnet opt-in page, the welcome sequence. You kind of can read through all of these things like very slowly if you want. You create perfect templates for these, in like Go High level in Google Docs. And finally, ChatGPT prompts for the copy, because you are going to work with like multiple creators. And of course, the copy has to be changed up, for like the VSL and everything. And that's why you kind of create ChatGPT bots, and you tell them, every time I give you like this perfect copy for like this perfect framework, I just want you to adapt this one into like the new creator I'm working with. And then you explain to them like the niche your new creator is in, what problem he solves basically. So you kind of create ChatGPT prompts to streamline the processes even further and to make like the whole writing copy aspect even shorter, And guys, please, I advise you only to do this after you delivered it once and when you know what you are doing. Guys, please do not just copy me. You don't know what the hell you are doing. You can't just say, I do webinar launches. You don't even know how to do a webinar launch probably, I have other videos on this. So go check out the whole channel, Now to the last stage, guys, stage number 4, positioning. And this is also crucial, guys. You need to understand who you are and you need to think about your positioning. Write down who you are and what you do to really get clear on the communication side of things, You need to be able to communicate what you do in words, but also in speech in the sales calls you take with your potential clients, You kind of try to explain everything as simple and easy as it can get in terms of like your whole service offering and the positioning you have in the market, And this way your prospect will understand you way better, guys. Everything will be extremely simple and easy to understand, and you will have really good services that actually drive results in the next 7 to 14 days, guys. It's insane. So hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want even more sauce on copywriting, outreach and stuff, feel free to join my free school. There's a free 2-hour outreach masterclass, and they're telling you exactly how to get your first client in the next 4 to 8 weeks. If you already have the service delivery side of things figured out, you can also ask me questions in there. You can get your outreaches reviewed. You are still pretty early. It's almost like a paid mentorship, 156 people in there. There will be thousands of people in there. So hope to see you inside. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.